So I'm gonna try and do a little bit of a day in the life or a week of the life in the life of for our peak week. So every single morning we come down, we hydrate. So I'm just gonna fill our bottles with Hydromax and glutamine, and then we're gonna go and do our posing, check-ins, and obviously send them over to Cuba to see what's in store today. It should be me starting peaking today, so hopefully some higher food, but I'm not gonna hold my breath. I'm just gonna see what Cuba says and see what he thinks before obviously getting excited. Good morning. You look like the Grim Reaper. Just getting our early morning steps in. We don't actually know what our steps are set at the moment. We're just waiting for Cuba, so we're just doing a little walk before we go and have our coffee. I think we're recording. Look at the state of me still. Right, so first meal on peak week for me is yours. Is my normal breakfast. So this is what I would usually just have is 4 egg whites, 1 whole egg, and some veggies, and I just have mushrooms, obviously a little bit of salt and pepper and a little bit of low sugar ketchup. But as an addition today, I've got 50 grams of cream of rice and 100 banana. Obviously I've got my coffee as well. And then, Dan, I don't actually know your amounts.
100 cream of rice.
So what would you usually have?
Today would be 50 because it's a rest day.
Okay, so Dan's on rest day, I'm training because now our days are mixed up. Usually he would have 50 grams of cream of rice, 50 whey, 100 berries. That's it now.
Yeah.
But now, because he's peaking, he's on his second day of peaking. And how much did you put on last night? Half a pound?
No, nothing.
Oh, no weight put on yesterday, and he had all his food increase. So he's now got 100 grams of cream of rice, 50 grams of whey, 100 berries, and 20 almond butter.
Yeah.
And he's got his coffee as well. But that's our first meal. We're going to go and eat this now. We've got a little bit of work to do, and then we'll be on meal 2. So on to meal 2 now. We are having Dan.
I don't know. I have got 150 mints, 100 rice, and 100 pineapple.
And I usually have literally no carbs all day. So my usual one would be chicken and veg. But today I'm actually having prawns because I haven't been to the shop and got chicken yet. So I've just got prawns, 50 grams of rice, some veggies, and 100 berries. That is meal 2. And then we're going to chill, have meal 3, which will be pre-workout, and then we'll go and train. Okay, so ready for meal 3, which is pre-workout. Dan's still having his pre-workout meal, but he's not training. He's just on a set higher calorie day. So his is 150 mints, 175 rice.
No, 175 mints, 150 rice.
175 mints, 150 rice. And then he's got some pineapple banana. And then mine, so my usual thing would be 50 grams of cream of rice, 30 grams of isolate, 120 berries. Today I've got double the core, so I've got 100 core, same berries, same whey, but I've also got 10 grams of dark chocolate hidden away somewhere in there. So I've just come back from training. I just did upper. It was a good session. Upper's always a little bit kind of easier for me because obviously I don't need loads of upper body and it's quite developed anyway for wellness. So we are back. We're going to have a post-workout. So usually I have 50 grams of rice, but today I've got 125, which would be lovely with some berries and some whey. Most people will think that's pretty weird, but if you think of rice pudding, it's actually just like rice pudding. And then Dan has a huge bowl. It's like bigger than my head. 175 grams of cream of rice, berries. He's got strawberries, cinnamon, and some whey as well. So again, whilst he's not trained, he's still on higher food. So yeah, that's his meal going in. We've still got 2 meals to go, and we're just going to chill now because we've pretty much done all our steps. Oh, and we did some rounds of posing. Obviously, we do it in the morning, and post-workout, Dan did it whilst I was training, and then I joined him at the end. So we're just going to chill now because we've done most of our steps. Can't even see you. So we are on meal 5, I believe. So this is kind of our like tea meal. Dan has got 150 steak, some chippies. He's got 600 grams of chippies. Then I've got 100 grams of chicken, 200 grams of potato, some veggies, only 50 grams of veg, 20 almond butter, and then we've both got a little bit of pineapple. But I'm going to show you these chips. Like, how good do they look? So crispy. So to do these, all you have to do is pre-boil them, either in the microwave or the saucepan, and then drain them off. So you just want them a little bit like rough. Drain them off and then air fry them, and honestly, they're so yummy. So I forgot to film our last meal last night. We literally chilled. We did a little bit of work yesterday, some courses, some education as usual, and then we kind of just had our tea and chilled. So we watched a film. Can't remember what we watched now. But we had our last meal. So Dan usually has 75 grams of oats. He had 50 grams of core, 50 grams of oats mix. If you haven't tried that, try it because it's so good. It goes almost like a cheesecake mix. So he had that with some banana and some almond butter, which he doesn't usually have, and some whey. And then I usually have, the last couple of rest days I've had egg whites, and the last couple of training days I've had 30 grams of oats. But yesterday I had 50 grams of oats, had some dark chocolate, berries and whey as normal. So yeah, just slight additions to all the meals yesterday, which was nice. Definitely feel energetic, a bit more energetic, a bit more alive. Weighed this morning. As you can see, I'm doing the same routine I do every single day. So we're just about to go to the gym. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. Just about to go to the gym, do our posing, our check-ins, and then see what today's menu is. Probably similar to yesterday, I'm assuming. My weight this morning hasn't moved. So 128.4, Dan's has moved like half a pound. So yeah, it looks all good. Obviously it's doing its job. Hopefully the body's absorbed it really well. So yeah, we'll see how we look today and see what's in store. So a little update so far. We are now on Tuesday. The bank holiday, I feel, has like messed us up. We are now on Tuesday. Obviously, we are travelling down to Wigan and Manchester on the Friday morning, competing on the Saturday and the Sunday. It's meant to be the busiest qualifiers, so that makes me a little bit nervous. But we always say it's better to go and lose against the best in a big squad rather than kind of being the only one there, which obviously you have no control over who's in your class. I get asked all the time, how many are you competing against? Like, you don't know until you step on stage, like how many people are there. And to be fair, I don't really care because it sounds silly, but I never go there expecting to win. I go there to make sure that I've made the improvements that I want. And as shit as it sounds, like, I know I've already beaten myself from last year. Like, obviously that's the aim of the game. And yeah, it'd be great to get something from it. But we do this sport for not a lot of reward. Like, everyone always says, why do you put yourself through this for the whole year? It's not to get a trophy. It's not to get that external validation. It's to show yourself the discipline. It's to show yourself that you can put yourself in these situations, I guess, and what you're capable of. I think a lot of people get into the sport to kind of prove a point to themselves, maybe see how resilient they are, etc. And then obviously it becomes quite addictive to keep on progressing in some form. If you can progress 1% every single day, whether that is in physique, business, lifestyle, whatever it might be, then obviously you're always going to be onto a winner. So it is Tuesday. Me and Dan seem to be getting up earlier and earlier. I don't know if it's the extra food that we're just bouncing out of bed a little bit more. The other week we were literally struggling to get up for like 7:30 and it was a chore. It's not like us. Last time we competed, we was up and out at 5 o'clock every morning without thinking about it. And this year has been a little bit harder. We're both in a better spot, which is good. So maybe that's having an effect, I don't know. We did have the kids for longer in the summer holidays, so again, that might just had a knock-on effect with energy levels. Not sure. But the kids went home on Saturday, went back to their mums, and we've actually been getting up at like just before 6. Our alarm's set for 6 every day, and we've been kind of waking up before that and just getting up and out, doing our check-ins, doing our posing, going for some steps in the morning. Our steps have both been reduced. So although we usually go for like a few walks, we're just kind of limiting it in the morning a little bit. And we've both got higher food again. So this is our 3rd day running of the actually Dan's 4th day, my 3rd day of higher food. And I actually worked out my calories yesterday. I was on, my rest day was 842 and my training day was 1,400. And the higher food that we're running on across both days is I think 228, which is quite a big increment. And my weight the first day did not move 1 ounce. The second day it's moved a pound, I think, a pound and a half actually. I think Dan's has moved 0.5 the first day and then 0.2 last night. So his is just not really moving. I go to the shops and get a few bits that we need for the weekend. Just catch up on a few household jobs. We've done all our check-ins this morning, so we've done our first work block. We'll probably do our second work block very shortly after our next meal. And then Dan will go to the gym, I'll go to the shops. And then I'm training legs tomorrow, and I think that's my last session, so it'll be very exciting. But I feel like it's just coming around really, really quick. The perks of owning your own gym. We've got all the new flavours from Trained by JP, and it's a bit hard to choose. So we've got...
Meringue pie.
It's not even started. Yep.
Lemon meringue pie. Custard cream. Cereal milk. Coffee caramel.
You're lifting them too high.
Golden syrup. You shouldn't be such a dwarf thing. Blueberry muffin. Chocolate banana. Cinnamon Danish. And dark chocolate salted caramel.
Oh, see, I don't have to have that one. So we're going to try and do some taste tests, obviously, with our meals. So Dan's going to have... What are you going to have? I feel like we should have a different one each. I don't even think all these have been released yet.
I'm going to have cinnamon Danish.
Shall I have the coffee caramel then? We'll try these and taste test. So every evening as well, we take all our evening sups. So we've got our vitamin C. We've got all our supplements weighed out. Obviously, you can see in the cupboard behind, we've got all of them. So we've got Reds and Greens by Strom, we've got Joining by JP, and we've got Glutathione by Strom as well. So we mix them 3 with our vitamin C. Then we've got all our health sups. We take them every night before bed, and then we're going to have our last meal. Probably watch a series of, like, an episode of something, and then bed, and it is 6 o'clock. So bed early for us. So as I didn't film our kind of last meal the other night because we just went to bed and forgot, we've actually had it the last 2 nights. I'm going to actually film it on the 3rd night before it actually goes. So we have a mix of cream of rice and oats. So all I need to do is weigh Dan's out 50 grams of Done by Oats, 50 grams of JP cream of rice, 100, and then add your hot water as normal, but then what we're going to do is just let it soak. So it's going to obviously soak up all the water. So I'm probably going to leave that for about half an hour. and then come back and it'll be all thick. So Dan's got banana with his almond butter, and he's been having the Biscoff ISO Pro. So what I've been doing is making it into almost like a banoffee pie. So he's been having this goes like a cheesecake base. So he'll have a cheesecake base, then I'll put the banana on, then I'll make the Biscoff protein into a thick paste, and then I'll drizzle the almond butter on top. I did say last night to probably try putting the banana at the bottom, but obviously you'd have to make the mix in a separate bowl and then pour it on top, which I just can't be asked to do. So we're going to let that sit. I'll make mine as well. Obviously you can bake it in the air fryer as well, but I haven't cleaned the dishes from last night. So these don't fit actually in the air fryer, but what we're going to do is just microwave that when it's a little bit thicker. I'll come back when it's all thick and I'll show you the texture. So if you can see that kind of texture, all I'm going to do now is add his bananas, add his protein. He has gone for the new custard cream performance protein. I have gone for the chocolate salted caramel. So again, we'll taste test these for you. Good morning. So it is Wednesday. We are on another refeed day today. We've just come back from the gym to doing our posing and check-ins for Cuba, and we've been to do a few steps. So now it's breakfast time. Dan actually lost weight last night. He's on his 5th day of refeeds and is sitting roughly about the same as when he kind of started them, but looking a lot fuller. I will try and insert some pictures if I can of both of us this morning, because I think that's quite good to kind of compare. I'll try and maybe put the start of the refeeds to now and see if we can see any differences. But Cuba's happy with the look with both of us. I think I'm sitting about a pound and a half up this morning, and I did the same yesterday. So about 3.5 pounds up in total. I'm on my 4th day of refeeds. 4th day? Or am I 3 days? 4th days. I've got my last leg session today, which I'm quite excited about. And Dan's on a rest day. Are you training tomorrow?
Yeah, just like a push-pull, pumpy.
Dan's got a pumpy session tomorrow. And then I've got a little pumpy upper on Friday before we actually leave to drive down to Wigan. So it's all getting very real. The reviews on the JP Performance Protein last night, I did put them on my story. But Dan had the cinnamon Danish. He rated it, what would you say, out of 10?
Good, 8.5.
8.5. He said it was icing on a bun rather than like cinnamony. And then I had what did I have post-workout? I can't remember what I had. I had the coffee caramel. That was really nice. The smell of it was stronger than the taste of it. And obviously the performance proteins are a little bit thinner than the Isolate Pros. So we do prefer the Isolate Pros, but obviously they are more pricey, but it doesn't really bother us, does it? Because it's better. So yeah, the flavours were really good. Coffee caramel was nice, just quite mild. And then Dan tried the custard cream last night with his last meal and said it was literally like bananas and custard. And then I had the dark chocolate salted caramel, which again was really, really nice. So this morning, what are you going for? Cereal milk?
Cereal milk.
So review pending from Dan. I don't know. Oh, I don't even get whey this morning, so I won't be able to try any.
See, I love the Perform cereal milk, so I'm expecting good things from this.
It smells nice. I actually opened all the packets this morning and smelt them, and they all smell really, really good. So hopefully the taste matches them. But like I said, they are a little bit thinner. I know a lot of people in our gym kind of go for the Perform. We love the Perform because it is thick, it mixes really well, and the flavours are good. Obviously, this is just a little bit more...
I actually prefer the JP Protein over the Perform.
The ISO Pro.
The ISO Pro, yeah.
Yeah, so ISO Pro top tier. Perform is on par, I would say, with the Performance Protein, but it's just slightly thinner. Would you say?
This is better quality.
Yeah, but well, obviously these are better quality. We pretty much just live off JP products, don't we?
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to show them the cupboard.
I mean, you can do. Well, and the table.
That is pretty much all our supplements. And then don't mind the house renovations. But obviously we've got all these from opening them all last night. So, oh, just dropped one on the floor.
And then we brought all our JP health supplements.
And then, yeah, we've got to stock up our supplement boxes for the weekend. So we have, mind the hole in the ceiling. Vital Support for Dan, Pumpage, Pre-Stage, This flavour is banging. It's my favourite. Love Heart, Curcumin, Omega Pharma Pro, OsteoPro, and then we've got all the others. So our D3K2, Ensure, and then we've got our Strom stuff, Support Max Neuro, Ashwagandha, and then our multivitamins, etc, etc.
I'll just add, since using the JP health subs, my blood work has never been so good. Like, it improved dramatically when switching everything over to the JP Vital Sport, Love Heart. My lipid profile's improved on the Omega Pharma Pro. I do run krill oil and stuff like that as well, but definitely worth spending the extra money on that to improve your blood work panels, especially if you are assisted.
Health is wealth and all that. So yeah, we are running a high day again today. That is pretty much it. I'm going to wrap this video up and then we'll do one when we drive down and we've got a little bit tan on. We'll look a little bit fresher. But yeah, that's the first part of Peak Week.